Hi everyone, it's Adrian Leah. This is going to be a shorter reading. Hopefully, um, I keep pulling out cards until I feel the message is complete. I thought this was a good time to make a video. I was going to go to the bookstore and I was kind of pushing myself to go because I'm working on a test knit and there's a deadline. I do knit at the house. I do like knitting when I'm at like cafes or cafe bookstores because um, sometimes I'm just knitting in bed for a lot of the day. Sometimes I find another area to knit. I sometimes knit at the park when it's cold. I don't really consider it cold, but I like that type of weather. And um, it's just really cozy for me to do that. When I had my jacket on and my godmother called me, she wanted me to keep an eye on a couple of things in the house. So that's another reason why this video will be shorter. I am also going to have to do something for her in November. They'll be leaving for maybe a week, and I'm going to help take care of my aunt who is also in the house. So I was gonna say something else. The lighting is might be slightly different. I tried to angle the lamp so it wasn't too much, but it was still illuminating the area because it's a basement room. I took the lamp from out in like the other basement area for when it's dark and just to not keep all the lights on. But one of the lights went off in here and it's not a bright room, so I took another light until then before I start. This is the test knit. I'm super happy with it. I love the colors. I love how it's knitting up. I'm almost finished the yoke. I did slow down a little bit because I'm running out of yarn and I did place an order, and usually it's like we want to have the yarn for the project, but this was kind of a surprise, and there was a call to do a test knit, so I really wanted to do it in the colors that I had, even though I didn't have enough of them, enough of the blue. And I'm just keeping an eye on my email, or my emails to make sure that, that I know when it'll be shipping out because I don't have long to finish this up. I was also trying to push myself to go to the bookstore because I was a little tired. I'll start pulling out the cards because I don't know. I was upstairs and I slept a, a good amount, And I do prefer the temperature in the basement. The only other thing that I could think about is like there's things that I had to bring back downstairs, but the main thing that was like the heaviest that I'm probably just gonna end up putting in my car next time I have to move stuff around is the large luggage. And there's not, the cards really want to talk today. The cards are just popping out, but um, I don't like moving that luggage, and so um, I have a tendency of accidentally hitting stuff, especially like the walls, when I'm moving things around that are maybe like my loom. And I remember last time, and my loom's in the car right now, but I almost knocked off one of the panels on the wall. It's like a decorative panel that goes down the stairs, and I try to be careful. You know, my life is so hard. I can't destroy the family heirlooms. I remember I was bringing the other luggage, or the large luggage, up last time, or bringing it up before I had to bring it back down, and I almost dropped it down the stairs. So I feel like for this reading, one of the things is saying, even though some things feel discombobulated, there's a divine order. That was the first card that came out. Archangel Raguel, everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and see underlying order. And I keep the tarot decks in the car for the most part. I have a luggage that has a lot of those things, but I might take out, I did section some of them, so I might take out like the Slavic ones that I've been using a lot. Um, those are the main ones that I use. I've been using the fairy ones too. I would say those are the, I meant to say angel, but since I say that, um, I guess maybe I'll take the fairy ones out. I keep saying fairy, the angel ones, but I guess I'll get the fairy ones out because it came up twice. The other one that came out that was turned over is Spread Your Wings. Archangel Ariel, do not hold back right now. The timing is perfect and you're ready to soar. And it feels like there's a lot of dominance in this reading already. I feel like it's really focusing on the things that you know how to do and training with that. Um, it's like focusing on what you have, and there might be things that, well, of course, there's things that come in the future, but it's because if you know you're capable of something, it's saying to focus on that. Because it feels like it's almost saying that you're going to need it. And I'm getting a vision of a roller coaster. And you know, the anticipation when you're going up the hill and then all of a sudden it drops and everything's all fast. Even though it's good to also be aware of the things that you could practice more, there's an emphasis on if you know you could do something specific, like if there's a hobby, an interest, a career path, to really focus on that area. And it seems as if the rest falls into place in a way. Of course, there's the work that goes into it, but this looks like a favorable message. You have the Eight of Wands and the Three of Cups. Those are the energies for the reading for them from the Glory to Ukraine Tarot. And even with the Eight of Wands, that's a fast energy too. Because it's like you get put into the situation. It feels more towards it could be career or um, a specific type of path with that. Because you have the healthy lifestyle, Archangel Raphael, eat a healthy diet, get adequate sleep, and exercise regularly for optimal health. Um, and again with discombobulated, because that kind of just came out, and I don't know if this is just preparation for something or maybe the guides helping with this message too. Well, I feel like that's how it goes with these types of readings too. It does feel like preparation if you're trying to you know you're anticipating something, or you don't know you're anticipating something, but you're preparing your body. It feels a little bit like a paradox in towards the beginning, and as I'm saying it, there's just some things that keep blurting out. So I'm just kind of going with it at this point. Sensitivity, Archangel Haniel, you're extra sensitive to energies and emotions right now. Honor yourself and your feelings with peace. Archangel Chamuel, peace comes from remembering that only love is real. So we have the King of Air, brilliant, impartial, professional, diplomatic, with the Emperor card. And again, this really focuses on specific areas, as I mentioned in a couple of videos with the Emperor. It's the embodiment of the kings. Speak your mind with confidence and seek professional advice. Balance the mental and emotional considerations, and organization and logic, structure and discipline, leadership. And with the King of Air, the King of Swords, there is that focus because there's a lot of mental clarity that comes from the King of Swords. Um, it's a king that really cuts through all of the things that are unnecessary to the situation. Um, there's not really a lot of BS that comes from this energy. It might also be taking things seriously too. So if you're transitioning from like, or trying to transition from a job that's before a career path, and then you're trying to get into a certain field that maybe you studied for or maybe you didn't study for. I mean, there's some degrees like liberal arts, and maybe you didn't go to college, but there's experience in different areas. Um, they, you could also do that too. It just feels like taking things seriously, and it almost feels like there's going to be a challenge that's presented, but it's like a challenge accepted. Because with the Eight of Wands again, with the Three of Cups, it's not a bad message that comes from this. It kind of feels like that organization that you've been waiting for to get a response from, or to get certain news. And to be honest, maybe it's not good news for the other side, but it's good news for your side. It could be that. I also feel it could also be a newfound established connection in an area. This could also be a place that you might move to, a place that you're thinking about, because again, it doesn't look like it's there yet. But there's that feeling of needing to fly and soar, again with the Archangel Ariel card, to spread your wings. There's that opportunity there. And it could also be energy where you're needing to show, like, set an example or show how you can perform. Because you have the Six of Fire, the Six of Wands with the Justice cards, and the Six of Fire. Victory, good news is on its way. Public recognition or rewards. And justice, fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right. Stand up for your beliefs. And it is um, Scorpio season right now. So Justice was in Libra season. I feel like it's still transitioning. You have the future with the Joker card, which is the Fool card, and the Glory to Ukraine Tarot. Justice is Major Arcana, Fool's Major Arcana, Emperor's Major Arcana. Justice, Archangel Rahul, fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right. Stand up for your beliefs. It feels like this message isn't one where it is indecisive. This is one where it's a solid response. And the Fool card can be associated with the Emperor card too, because those are both kind of beginning energies in a way. Fool is technically the numerical value of 0, so you start with the Fool, you end with the Fool in the Major Arcana in Tarot. But the Emperor is associated to Aries, and Aries is the beginning of the zodiac. King of Swords can be associated with Aquarius. Aquarius still is technically an air sign, but is a water bearer. So there is that neutrality in that way for the upright position of the King of Swords, because there isn't one, just because there's a decisiveness to this energy, it's not meant to be harsh. This could be a calm exterior, um, that type of disarray. And it could also be diplomatic in a way. Diplomatic is a general adjective that can be associated with Libra. There's a lot of general associations with zodiac signs, but you could delve deeply into certain characteristics, and especially characteristics of the person. You have the present as the Three of Wands. I feel like the Three of Wands knows that it's coming. With the Glory to Ukraine Tarot, the King of Swords does have, there's an image of the King of Swords at a post. So this is almost like the outlooker, and he could or she could see the distance with that. Um, I would say that it's okay with the obstacle, because obstacle is the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups associated with um, I'm sorry, not the air signs, the water signs could be Cancer, and I'll say Cancer for this reading. There is that sensitivity there. Um, to be able to internalize things, but not to let it ruin your day. Like if you're anticipating something and it would be good to focus on things that will help and um, be good for the future results. I'm also getting like air energy, like HEIR, like future air or matriarch type of energy. There's that type of establishment there that you might have to take that type of stance. And when you're in that type of stance, it'll be hard for you to um, have others just look down on you. So it's good to have a strong position and to make sure that there's that type of alignment there and being able to take care of things and to maybe, I was going to say delegate. So, how to overcome the obstacle is an interesting card because it's the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords isn't a card that you usually want to see in the reading, but it's in an interesting position along with the Knight of Cups. This looks like it feels like energy that starts from the beginning almost. And it steps down a little bit because it's the Page, Knight, Queen, and King for the court cards in the Minor Arcana. And I'm getting that it's make sure that you know how the others live or how the other ones do certain things. It's like if you're overseeing people, you need to know how to do what they do. And there's a broken pot in the Knight of Cups, but then there's a different, almost healed cup in a way. With the Three of Swords, it might be something that might cause discomfort because the Three of Swords isn't a position that you really want to be in, but it's just the three. It's not, it's usually dubbed the heartbreak card, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. And it's in the swords suit, which is interesting. And you also have Aquarius energy here. Again, you don't have to, well, I didn't say this in this video, but I have said it in other videos. I don't usually call signs because whatever associates with you, you can, but just to see the different types of energies and how they interact with each other, it might be of a benefit to hear sometimes. In the past is the Knight of Swords. There could have been an impulsiveness that comes from the Knight of Swords, and that's why the Three of Swords comes up. But it could be also self-inflicted too, because the Two of Swords is kind of like a trusting energy, like almost trusting the process, trusting a person. It's not always self-inflicted, but in this reading, it does feel like you trusted this person, it didn't work. You trusted that person, it didn't work. And you're trying to define like certain characteristics or certain moments, certain situations, and what caused the situation to be like it was. So in the past, again, the Knight of Swords. So you're not fooled again. because it does look like it's like starting over. But with the Fool card, it doesn't feel like it's a bad thing because it could be finally learning from those moments. And it could also be taking a chance on things too, because um, there could be that closed off energy because the Queen of Cups is in the obstacle position, so it's not something you want to have. So that could be like the distrust that comes from certain types of moments that come into your life. Like you might be reluctant to trust anybody or reluctant to start anything because of that because of the past. You have clear your space. Archangel Jopiel, get rid of clutter, clear the energy around you, and use feng shui. And patience, Archangel Jopiel, your dreams are blooming more rapidly than you realize. Still, they need nurturing and patience. And I think the reading that, well, the cards that um, define the reading are the Eight of Wands and Three of Cups, the beginning cards, because it looks like energy or people that actually are on your side with it. Because it does talk about I feel like it's more than just relationships, like more than intimate relationships, because it could affect different areas of your life too. But it does seem like I learned and I put my time and energy towards only specific things. It's good to keep an open mind on how things come about or giving things a chance, but in general, you're seeing things in an eye-opening way that maybe you haven't seen in the past or were reluctant to see. And I'll just pull out a couple more cards. And with the King of Cups, the Knight of Cups, again, with all these different things that are going on in this reading, um, I would associate it with Piscean energy, Knight of Swords with Gemini energy. You have the Knight of Fire, the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands hasn't been showing up in some readings because the other reading, there were the other knights that showed up except the Knight of Wands. It seems like this knight finally came back to whatever he or she was doing because it's passionate, adventurous, self-assured, restless. A sudden event that needs immediate attention. Time is of the essence. Think things through carefully. It'll be something because with the native ones coming back when it's necessary to, with the Eight of Wands, it does seem like there's something that needs immediate attention when it comes about, and there's not a lot of wiggle room or hesitation with it. Um, might not be a bad thing because the Knight of Wands would just almost with the Knight of Swords because fire and air do get along well. There, some might call it impulsiveness with the Knight of Wands, but it is going into action without the hesitation there. With the Knight of Swords, it's now that since it's in the past, it's not being weighed down by it was kind of going for things because your heart felt like it, even though it's a sword suit, technically it is ruled a lot by the Knight of Swords is ruled a lot by his or her heart. And it's an energy that's not going to just follow um, only by what their heart feels, but really thinking rationally about it too. And that's why the King of Swords is here. You also have the Three of Water again. The Three of Cups is the Three of Water. A celebration, a wedding, graduation, or birth announcement. The need to have more fun. And it really does feel like a gathering, or it feels, especially with that combination, it kind of feels that it's not bad with the fire and water there, with the wands being fire and the cups being water. Then the Four of Wands. Coming after the Three of Wands. It feels like, because in general, well, traditionally in the Rider-Waite-Smith, there are boats in the Three of Wands, and it could represent different things. It could be a type of voyage because now it feels like there might be associated with Three of Cups in a way too, like people or things that you were anticipating and it's finally arriving. And finally, the card Crystal Clear Intentions, Archangel Michael, be clear about what you desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in another reading. Bye.